Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to CnC Zero Hour. Welcome back to another Pro 1v1 match. I just quickly flicked over here then just to check we haven't got another GLA mirror, and we don't. Luckily, we have something different. Over on the right hand side, we have Big Size again with the orange GLA vanilla. And then over on the left hand side, we have OE Marakar with Cyan Superweapon General. Now, I chose this replay. Usually I don't choose anything unless it's over 100 kilobytes long at least. But I chose this replay because we're actually on a pretty funky map that we don't normally see. This is called Gentool's Secret Lab A. I believe there's a Secret Lab B, which is, I think, just a different variation of it. But I can't remember actually what's different specifically on the map. But I think this is the happy side. And I think this is the sad side. Where actually Size has done a tunnel right above it. So, interesting matchup, to be honest. Interesting matchup on this map because it's quite bunkery. If you like get an EMP here, and even just one there, basically, your whole base is covered and you can't really take any damage. Now, Marakar's not going for any EMPs straight away, but on the flip side, if you do go for that more bunkery defensive strategy, then... Oh, those are thrown away for free. Then also that enables then Size to take over the oils, extra supplies up there, supplies down here. So yeah, you got a decision to make really. Marakar seems to have made his decision. He's going for V's. There is a technical entering his base. A nice TNT there would be good, you know. That will get both the power and the supply. Big Size dropping off a worker. I like this, you know, because this is a. This is it should be a pro tip, really, where you kind of forcing the enemy into an engagement. If you just did tech RPGs there, the enemy doesn't necessarily have to engage it straight away. But if you drop down a tunnel and start building it, it does force the enemy into an engagement, and sometimes you can force them into a bad engagement. It's a strategy I should have mentioned in a pro tip video before. But either way, Marakar does tend to deal with it. I think Size's attack there could have been a little bit stronger. Maybe if he'd brought 2 technicals, maybe like 6 RPGs, something like that. Here comes another technical now from Size. Did he take anything out? Because he's got some veterancy on that one. This is actually a TNT. Oh. Oh no, what the hell? That's really unlucky for Size. But you could say maybe Marakar needs it. Maybe Marakar needs that decent start. Because he's let's face it, he has got the weaker general here. But perhaps on this map it's not actually so bad. But yeah, with that TNT failing, sometimes that happens, man. The terrorists actually just go inside the middle of the war factory and you can't really stop it from happening. So yeah, Big Size is trying to keep on the pressure here, but so far both of his attacks haven't really achieved anything at all, really. It's not even damaged the Chinooks or anything. Damaged a little bit of them there. But Marakar's now got 4 Vs out plus this ambulance. This is a pretty strong army that Size is going to have to figure out how to deal with. Size did upgrade to a 3rd supply. He's also making a palace. He's trying to keep Marakar as busy as possible, but there's another fully loaded V gonna appear soon. Marakar's actually collecting from the middle for a second, but 2 more quads there from Size. 1 V there does go down, and potentially another one. Oh. The other one escaped, actually, and everything is being cleared up, so he only lost 1 V for it. That's kind of okay for Marakar. So far, his defense has been on point. These 2 quads here now from Size. But the thing is about this map, because of this massive ridge or cliff here, you've only got this narrow choke point to attack through, or kind of this way. You can go up here, but it's still you're entering the same place, so you can either attack here or for a tiny choke point. So Size with a backwards facing supply there, but this massive group of V's actually going to venture over to the middle, and Size is going to have a hard time handling this. I think he's popped his quads, but do you really even want to engage that with quads? I would say probably not. It's going to be hard for Size here. He does pop his quads, takes out 1 V. A 1 V for 1 quad. I'd take that. Especially when you're economically ahead. Size has now got the oil. He's making a market already because his palace has finished. He needs to get buggies out As soon as he gets buggies out, that does change things a lot. These Vs will be able to get a lot less done. Marakar's still pumping out the Vs, not dropping down the search and destroy, as a lot of people would drop down the search and destroy first, I think, before just making loads more Vs. But Marakar is late. Let's see. Here we go with the buggies now. And that makes it all the more difficult because now these buggies from range can just pick off these Vs. Okay, Sai's dropping down more tunnels. He has got a stealth tunnel here, and he's captured this artillery platform. And the land in the middle is not the easiest thing to push through, especially without search and destroy, because you've got these sandbags and this barbed wire fence thing. You've got all these trains, which, okay, you can just control fire, but it requires micro time. You can't just charge through the middle. And that's not an explosive nuke, by the way, on that. Ooh. I thought Size would have popped some quads there, but apparently not. He is focusing down that V, does get it. Yeah, I think that's worth it for Size. He's lost 2 tunnels. But Marakar's Vs are getting chipped apart. Chipped away. And the ambulance there goes down as well. Behind this is only just dropping down the strat now. I think that's very late. I would have rather skipped them few Vs and already had the search and destroy up. This is, yeah, it'd be much easier to clear these tunnels and stuff. With the search and destroy, you can even maybe pick off some buggies. But now Size is camping in the middle. He's got a Jarman out as well. He's missed an MD though. Going to lose a buggy for that. Gets punished. Another V there gets picked off. It looks like Size is the stronger player here today. Actually, I think he's the stronger player in general. But Marakar has had some good days against Size. In the past. Size with a bit of a push here, but sometimes he's doing that. Sometimes he's just queuing his quads down the side, but then just kind of leaving him not really achieving too much. He does pick off one V there, which actually I'm surprised about with just one buggy. But yeah, is that worth it? Like 4 quads on a buggy for just 1 V? Ooh, he does pick off another one there for free. Marakar's not paying attention now. Marakar's actually getting attacked from this side. I actually missed that. Jarman Kell's gone down there as well. And that barracks is damaged. So I think that's what Size was doing there. He's doing like a double 2-pronged attack. Here comes another bunch of Vs now from Big Size. Size floating 6.3k. A lot of MDs here get evac'd. Artillery platform still annoying, man. Still annoying. He's trying to keep his Vs moving, but what's happening is it's actually tracked on that one. So even though the shell misses, it's actually just hitting the back one. And now another V's there going to get picked off. See, airfield is now up. But again, though, like how useful are these few V's here and there? Would it not have been a bigger impact to have the search and destroy and a faster Aurora out than scrap a couple of V's? I personally think so. You wouldn't have needed to engage these buggies so many times if you had these Auroras. You could be picking Size off with the Auroras better, I think. And maybe Colonel Burton out as well. Yeah, I think the search and destroy needed to be faster. This V is going to go down. Is Marakar paying attention this time? Here comes the Aurora. Oh, it does take out the Stinger even. Yeah, Stinger. Worker goes flying into orbit. Comes back, lands over there somewhere. Well, another V's gone down. Missile defenders there have gone down. Size creeping forward. Size comfortably handling this game. It reminds me of the game against Excal, actually. The GLA against Superweapon on Vendetta. I think Size is even doing better here. Or Marakar's doing worse, one of the two. Oh, that's a bad pick off for Marakar. Didn't want to lose that. That's 4K's worth of Auroras. And they take ages to rebuild. Size floating 10k now. Size dropping down more markets. Going to have 3. And he's got a massive pop here of quads. I think Size just going to win the game here. Here comes... I don't even know what that is. Leaflet? Leaflet bomb. All the quads have stopped to read a leaflet. As ridiculous as that sounds, it is highly realistic. just so you know. Extra realism there in the game. Okay, Spectre gunship is now out. Obviously, Marakar level 3. Big size just lost. Did he lose a building or did he cancel it? Here comes an A10. A10 misses. Aurora comes in, kills one quad. Quads are now camping these Chinooks. I have a feeling, though, once this gets cleared up, or even before that, Sai's just going to come in with a counter-attack on the other side. Marakar is collecting from there. I suppose he is being pretty efficient with these Vs. Let's just see. Well, here's the next attack. Yeah, Sai does have all the upgrades. Got 13k in the bank. I think he knows Marakar doesn't have very much at all. Is he going to lose? No, he doesn't lose an Aurora, actually. Whoa, it killed everything. I didn't think that would kill everything. Marakar holding. Now, I think this is where Size needs to do that same thing that Excal did on that Vendetta game. Where you just attacking with a few units here and there, not bunching up. Because an Aurora will just come in and wipe the whole thing out. So yeah, I think coming in with 1 or 2 buggies here and there, picking off 1V. Because he's got the economy advantage. He did lose that oil, though. But he's still collecting from there. Marakar's only just started collecting from here. And he's actually going to be mined out on his main. But Size is mined out on his main too. Size floating almost 20k. But yeah, he does this on purpose. I think what it also makes you do, not only is it the mind game, which is why Size is doing it, but it makes you more efficient with what you have. So if you literally only have 3 quads and 2 buggies, you will be more efficient with them. Same as if you have like 2 Vs and an ambulance, you'll be more efficient with them than if you have like 20 Vs. So yeah, I think that's probably a side effect of floating all that money. Size has now spent some money, reluctantly. He's now only floating 13.5k, just so you know. Yeah, Size definitely controlling the game. The Aurora's having to work overtime to take out these quads. I think if he force fires there in front, oh, he does take it out anyway, even with the initial explosion, actually. Marakar thinking about blocking his EMP in. He's built a particle. But for me, I don't want to sound like a parrot, keep saying the same thing. But Marakar's like quite efficient at this stage in the game, like with the Auroras, Spectre, Leaflet, Fuel Air Bombs no doubt going to be on its way soon. All that kind of stuff, but he's running out of money and doesn't have many units. But if you rewind to 10 minutes ago when he was just pumping out V after V after V, fully loaded V, and just losing them all pretty much sometimes for free to the buggies. Imagine if he'd only ever made 4 Vs in the beginning and an ambulance and used them more efficiently, didn't necessarily push out, got search and destroy, got Auroras, started dropping down drop zones. That had been a more efficient way of approaching this game, I think. Did I just hear a saboteur? Size of the big attack here. The quads and the buggies raining some death down here on Marakar. I think this is it, to be honest. Size has spent all of his cash now. He's on only 2.8k. Marakar does have a particle, though. I mean, yeah, just if Marakar had like 10k in the bank now or something. I mean, it's a big if. He probably would be able to do it, and Marakar has been defeated. Size there with a continued spam. He did make Size spend all of his money in the end, but you can see there all the orange dots on the map. Size was dropping down more and more markets. And yeah, he just lost too many units in the beginning, in my opinion. Faster strat, faster auroras, stuff like that. But you could say, some people are going to say, oh yeah, well, he needed the Vs to try and defend and push sides back, otherwise sides would just take over the whole map. And yeah, you may be right. I mean, it's super weapon against GLA. I think the GLA is better. But after Marakar's start, a TNT failed, Tech RPG failed, the tunnel getting up in his base failed. So Marakar was pretty good. It should have been a fast strat after that, I think. And I think he would have won. In fact, I bet money on it that he probably would have won. So yeah, another great performance there from Size. Well played. And yeah, let me know your comments in the comments section. GG, and see you in the next one.